I'm Miss Grace, and for this week's video, we are basing it on gardening, as you can see from my little backboard here. And I want to do it on a specific type of gardening. Now that there's many different types of gardening, so it's not just the basic fruits, vegetables, or flowers, which is something I learned this week as well, because that's what I thought. There were just 3 basic ones, but obviously there were more. So I'm going to tell you a list of what the type of gardenings there are actually. So besides the vegetable, fruits, and flowers, and with the flowers, there's actually specific ones. There's like the rose garden, there's the tulip garden, that sort of thing. There's also herb gardens, which has like your basic like seasoning, like basil, mint, that sort of thing. There's the raised garden, which means that it's for non-fertile type of soil, where places where the fertile isn't as rich. There's also indoor gardening. There's community gardens as well, where people get together and grow fruits and vegetables for people who need or provide food for them. So that's another one I didn't know about. There's also container gardens, where they actually have in like little containers because they don't have the area or the space to actually grow their gardens outdoors, you know. There's also tire gardens. They use tires, you know, tires from the cars, and they use that to put any type of vegetables or fruits or herbs or flowers, anything like that. There's bamboo gardens, there's tropical gardens, there's greenhouse gardens, there's therapeutic gardens. There are also gardens like succulents, you know, those little succulent plants where you don't really need that much water. There's also rock and zen gardens, you know, those like very therapeutic, like rocks and everything. There's also deck and patio gardens, another thing I didn't know. And there's so many more gardens out there that I wasn't aware of. So I hope you guys learned that there are at least more than 24 different types of gardens around there, which is interesting because usually we just go for the basics, right? So my whole point to this is that for Garden Week, I thought I'd base it on one of those type of gardens, which is the flower garden, and I thought we would make this. So not only am I going to make this little flower garden clock, but I'm also going to be teaching you a little bit about how to tell time. I noticed this was something that a lot of my students, when we were on site, had difficulty with. So maybe I'll just teach you real quickly how to tell time using an actual analog clock. This is what's called an analog clock. The ones on cell phones or like on your watches maybe are digital clocks, where you actually see the numbers there. These ones are called analogs because of the little thing here, the little hands. So I'll be doing this and teaching you a little bit about that. So why don't we just get started? You will need one of these little pins, tacks, pins, to move the little hands of the clock around. You will need your basic tape. Also, you will need scissors. These 2 markers, you can pick any color you want, but I chose these 2 markers for mine. You also need yarn, any color. A paper plate, just to get the right size so it doesn't look crooked, so it's like an actual circle. And pieces of construction paper. I went with the whole pink, black, and white, but you can pick any other color you want. And of course, some colors, crayons, anything like that. And yeah, that's pretty much all you need. So the first step would be to get your construction paper and your paper plate, and then put them together so you can cut them. Make sure you put some tape under it so you can cut it properly, because that's going to be your little circle. As you can see from the clock I made here, that's your little circle. There you go. And once you do that, then you get your white piece of construction paper, your white piece, and you're just going to cut like 3 pieces. Now this is a little bit of a tricky part, but you will cut 3 or maybe 1 more piece from your white construction paper, because those will be the flowers we're going to be making here. I made them simple, so like the basic like daisy type of flowers with I use the marker here to color in the pollen, and then the flower petals would be from the paper. So I'm going to use one of these to just show you, and you guys make as many as you can just to fill up the whole circle. So you get your little piece of paper here, and then you fold it like this. Let me show you real quickly. You fold it like this. So it was like this first, and then you fold it down, and then you take your scissors and you cut that part here. So this part, you cut it like that, see? All the way through until you're left with like a little triangle, like a small little triangle. And what you're going to do with this is from here, you're going to fold it again. like that. And then you're gonna fold it one more time. So like 3 times. Like that, see? Fold it like that. And then what you're gonna do is make sure you cut it into a shape of a petal. So from here, you're gonna cut this side like that. Like that shape. You might make a mess. You might make a mess, so make sure you have something under the little cutting thing so it doesn't go everywhere. And then you're gonna cut this side like that. So it looks like a little petal, correct? Kind of looks like a little petal. Make sure you don't cut the side where it's closed, because then the hole will be inside and you don't want that. You want them to be outside. So cut it like this. And then you open up. It kind of looks like a little heart. And then you open up some more, and then you're left with this. See? Looks like a cute little flower with the petals. And with the marker, you just color it inside. You can also use different colors. It doesn't have to be yellow. It can be, you can use like green, red, purple, and that's how these ones look like. With the flowers, you have them all. Then we're going to focus on this, the little hands of the clock, the analog clocks. Now, do you guys know why they actually have analog, what it's called analog versus digital? Apparently analog is because it's the mechanism in there, the actual physical engineering mechanism that moves the hands of the clock. Digital, you kind of more focus it on the lights, the LED lights, where the, like your digital watches maybe, or your clock where it has like the actual numbers in it. That's the difference in that. But for this one, it's an analog clock, so we're going to be focusing on the little arrows. So with the leftover piece of white paper, you're just going to make this little design right here. And you're just basically just how this is, like that. And then you're just going to cut through that like that, and then cut the other one like that, and then you cut this side up here, and then you cut the other side to make it like a little arrow. It's not the best one. I'm pretty sure you guys can do a little better than mine. And then you just cut the little edges off. Wherever the lines are, that's where you cut it. So yeah, where the lines are, you cut it from there, and then you take that off. Just get like a little small little piece, and then you fold it in half like this, like a little book, And then all you're gonna do is just get the shape of a butterfly. So you get like the half of the other wing of the butterfly, like I did here as well, as you can see that. So you just grab it like from here, and then start cutting it around like that, like a little wing. Go down, depending how big you want it, and then you do another little, like a little M or some sort, and then you go down, see the shape of it, and then go all the way down here, like that. Can you see that? That's how you cut it, and then when you open it, you have like a nice butterfly shape, and then you just paste it wherever you want. I did this too here. I just drew in the little antennas, and then once you have that, then at the end you just cut the yarn however high you want it, however big or long, and then you just tape it in the back. And then lastly, obviously, you would put in the little tack thing, the little yellow tack thing. Put holes in them, put them in here. Remember, I'm going to show you guys about the clock right now, but just put them in the middle with the little hands right here. And the last step, you would use your marker and just put in the numbers here. And that's pretty much it with the whole clock thing. So here's your clock, and these two are what you call your hands. This one's the hour one. The hour will always be smaller. The minutes will always be a little bit bigger. These are your numbers here. You go from 1 all the way to 12, and then each one goes by 5 minutes. So you have from 0 to 5, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, all the way to like 55 and then 60, right? That's the whole minute right there. I mean, the whole 60 time slot. Of course, we all know 1 hour, 60 minutes, right? So basically, whenever you have to tell time and you don't have your little cell phone or something. So for example, this one right here. Or you know, let's just do this basic one. Let's go with the basics. So here, the hour is the smaller one. So obviously, it goes to the 6, the big number. That's 6. Now, is it 6:12? You guys think? Yes, no? It's not 6:12. It's 6 o'clock. Because the minutes are on the little zero thingy, and you can, this is the hour it's supposed to be, right? So that's 6 o'clock. Now, if you move it to this side, the hour, and then you move it maybe to, let's go with that one. Let's keep it simple. The hour is the big one, so it will be 8, because that's a big number, right? And these are the minutes, so the minutes are going to go with that one. So minutes on this one would be the 1 or the 5. It will be the 5. So that's 8:05. And then we do one more. 15, let's go straight like this, or like, maybe like that. That'll be 10, the hours on the 10, the hand hours on the 10, and then the minute is on the 6 right here, but it's actually 30, right? So it's 10, 30. And that's how you pretty much do, how you can tell time. So that was it for this week's video. I hope you guys learned a little bit about the types of gardening there are, how to tell time with the clock. I hope you guys do make this cute little clock, flower garden clock, because it's really cute, and it's helpful as well to practice telling time. And yeah, so I hope you guys do that, and I will see you guys later. Bye.